Who's your source for all things Everton? My name's Connor Williams, and we're back with another player review and the season player review, and it is on none other than James Tarkowski. Uh, James Tarkowski, who I think has had a very, very good season. Obviously, at the time of recording, the Euros have been announced, and it looks like the preliminary squads and stuff. And Tarkowski has missed out to Jarrell Branthwaite, Lewis Dunk, and a couple of others. Saw some people mentioning about should he have got in before Lewis Dunk, and we'll get on to that when I talk about him. But basically, short term answer, yeah, he has a bit. Like always, we'll go through his stats first, then I'll talk a little bit more about him in the England sort of stuff, and then I'll give you my player rating for the end of the season. So yeah, starting off, he has played for Everton this season, 45 games in all competitions, 38 in the Premier League. He's got 2 goals, which is fantastic to see as well. And he's got 1 assist in the Premier League. So we'll go off the Prem because it's the biggest sample size. He has got 1 goal in the Premier League, and it was against Brentford in the 3-1 win, which is fantastic to see. He's got an XG of 2.62 from 25 shots. A lot of these are headers. He's obviously not made known for scoring, but he is vital in the set pieces, which I'll also get onto when we talk about him. He plays a really pivotal part there, and I'd argue maybe should have had more assists than he does. Speaking of assists, though, that's where we land to next, and he has 1 assist, but has an expected assist of 2.72. Again, I'll go through why I think should have more than that in a little bit. He's got 1,186 successful passes with a pass accuracy of 77.8. So that works out at about 31 successful passes per game, which in a team where the back four tend to lump it forward a little bit is very, very good. 159 accurate long balls, which is 53.4% pass long ball accuracy. He's created 22 chances. This is where I'll get onto it in just a short while. 22 chances created. You know, I might as well cover it now. No, we'll cover it once we've done all the stats. Bear in mind, though, the 22 chances created, 3 successful crosses. I could not name or even begin to explain why he'd ever be crossing the ball in, but yeah, 16 successful dribbles with an 80% successful dribble rate, 25 fouls won as well. Here's his meat and 2 veg. Tackles won 42, which is a 68.9% tackles won accuracy, 242 duels, which is 62.2% accuracy, 145 aerial duels, which means he's won 70% of his aerial duels, 56 interceptions, 5 blocks, 186 recoveries, 6 times he's won possession in the final third. He has been dribbled past 71 times as well, unfortunately. But overall, been a fantastic, fantastic player. 13 clean sheets, 1.5 interceptions per game, 1.6 tackles per game. Balls recovered, 4.9 per game. He's had 1 error that's led to a shot, 1 error that's led to a goal, and has committed 1 penalty, unfortunately for him. But yeah, just an all-round fantastic player to see, to watch. 31 years old now. I think you can say he's, almost like a fine wine. He just seems to be getting better and better since we've signed him. So we'll go down to we'll go with his weaknesses first because I don't think there's many of them, and there's more. I'd want to talk more about his strengths. His passing can be a little bit here or there. I don't think he's as good as Jarrell Branthwaite is with passing, playing the ball out from the back. That's not suggesting he's not very good at it at all. I'm just saying that it's probably a weaker part of his game. Style of play, likes to play long balls. He's known Dyche far too long. Likes to play them off the ball often. Clears the ball out of defence. Commits fouls as well. Strong ball interceptor. Great concentration. Great aerial duels. Very, very strong at blocking the ball as well. His positioning is outstanding. People will go, I think, by the way, Football Manager has corrupted a lot of people's minds, and people think once you turn 30, you're done. But people will look at him and go 31, never been someone I would say is rapid. How's he still doing it? His positioning is incredible. His mental attributes, you can make up for a lot of physical if you've got really good mentals. He knows where to be. He can, afford to not have that pace because he's in the right position. Defenders, some of the greatest defenders in the world, have got away with not being blistering in pace, but clever in, defensive positioning. He's one of them. In terms of cleverness. What I wanted to talk about was his assists, chances created 20 to 22. You're like, oh, how's he only got one assist? That could be down to the attackers. But if you're thinking, how's a defender created that many chances? Because it did put him up the high end of percentages for centre backs in the league. He plays such a pivotal role in indirect set piece threats from corners, from free kicks from deep. It is fantastic to watch. Basically, Sean Dyche has done this since the dawn of time as well. Big in swinger to the back post where Tarkowski is standing. Tarkowski doesn't go from goal for goal there. One, because he's surrounded, because he's a big lad. But two, he's drawing everyone in. He's drawing everyone to him. The keeper's looking at him. And then he is told, because he'll win the ball 9 times out of 10, to header it back across goal, across the 6-yard box. And we've seen it so many times, and Decore's picked up a few goals like this. And your Decores, your Calvert-Lewins, all should be around that 6-yard box and some on the near post, ready for that ball to fall to them or into the path of them. And you'd hope you only need a touch on it then to get it past the keeper, who will have been drawn into the fact that half his defenders are drawn into James Tarkowski. And it's just so simple and so clever by the manager. And obviously Tarkowski has to fill that role, and he does well. But it's so simple. Put your big lad on there, attract all the attention, and then whack it back across. It's a fantastic move by Sean Dyche and co. And yeah, really, really solid from Tarkowski. It's been a great season for him. Is he unlucky to not get in the England squad over Lewis Dunk? I like Lewis Dunk, and when I saw someone say this on Twitter, I thought at first they might have had their blue tinted glasses on. So I had a look at their stats, and you know what? I think he is unlucky. I like Lewis Dunk a lot. I think he's a really good player for for Brighton. Sorry, and yeah, he's just a player I've liked for a while, and I did think long and hard about whether it's biased for it. But I actually do think when you look at, I think I used Squawker's matrix system, which is very good at just 2v2 and 1v1 in people. He was so unlucky to not get a call up, because he actually outshined Lewis Dunk in a lot of the major stats. I think he probably didn't get in overall, one, because I think the England manager, Gareth Southgate, picks who he knows and who he likes, which is fair enough. I think it could potentially end up costing him, but fair enough. That's what he wants to do. But also because I think that Lewis Dunk might be slightly better at playing the ball with his feet. And I think when you're Gareth Southgate, that matters. It matters massively. If your defender can pass out from the back, and we'll see England trying to do that a lot. So, and Lewis Dunk does absolutely beat Tarkowski in the passing stats. And ultimately, I think that's what cost him his chance on the plane. But alas, England's loss is our gain. He'll have a nice rest, and then he'll come back better. For Tarkowski's rating, I'm going to give him a 9 as well. I think he's been a solid player for us. I actually had him in my team this season. Him, Branthwaite, and Pickford were my 3 from the back. My only 3 from Everton. But outside of the top 6, when I did one, and yeah, I think that's fair to say that those 2 outside of the top 6 were my top 3, back 3, centrally. So yeah, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and leave your thoughts down below. I look forward to reading them. See you soon.